Alright, what's up guys? It's been a while, but I've been playing this game Automation. Basically, you design and engineer cars, and after playing it for some time, I've come up with a short list of things you can do to make your car look better. So, starting off, I think that the grille is probably one of the most important pieces of design language in a car. I mean, a large part of basically all modern cars are the grille. Mercedes has a whole new grille design depending on trim levels, and every brand more or less has their own signature grille, whether it's the design or the shape. So designing a unique grille can elevate your automation builds. There are a lot of good ways to make something unique, but the idea is to keep it realistic. So if you have like floating elements, add a piece behind it to make it look like it's being supported. Most modern grills also have some sort of radar technology integrated, so putting that in your grill can make it seem even more realistic and enhance your car. But overall, it's about designing something that looks clean and realistic. I would suggest taking a look at modern cars to get inspiration. Acura, Mercedes, Nissan all have cool ideas, but I especially like Nissan because all of their cars have that V thing. It's very distinctive, and having some kind of distinctive feature like that in your brands would go a long way. Here in the video, I'm basically copying a Polestar grill, but this is a grill I made for a Hyundai. Sort of looks like a grill, but it's electric, so it's kind of just for the design. Something like this would do. This is a very basic idea, and something simple like this is not necessarily a bad idea, but I would say get a little creative and see what you can do. These Acura grills kind of go hard and are definitely doable in automation. And I know a lot of you guys are actually wondering how to do it, so here's how I build most grills. This chrome strip thing is basically going to be your best friend. I really like how the thickness also alters the roundness of the fixture, and this thing can come in handy for basically all grills. But aside from that, you can really use any other piece. Here I'm using some random grill piece that I removed the middle out of as a design element, but this is the part where you can get really creative. Alright, so I think the next most important thing is lighting. Unless you're designing an older car, basically every new car has its signature DRL and complex lighting scheme, so spending some time on making good looking headlights and taillights can take you far. There's a lot of great mods for this, so just check out the Steam Workshop, but otherwise I would just go for what you think looks right. A lot of these mods are really good, so you don't even have to make a 3D fixture, but consider adding some 3D fixture elements to spice it up. And an example I can think of right off the top of my head is how Mercedes advertises its headlight technology in the headlight housing, but small details like that make it really nice. Details are really the name of the game when it comes to lights. There's just a relatively small amount of space that you look at a lot, so you're going to want to make it look as detailed as possible. Now obviously you don't want to just fill up space with lights. Keep your lights tasteful, simple DRLs, and not excessive amounts of projectors. But the key to filling up the rest of the space is using trim or making elevation changes, usually a combination of both. So for example, on this Hyundai Elantra headlight, basically every element is on a different elevation, but there's also some trimming, adding more depth and detail. This car I'm working at here in the clip, you can see I'm experimenting with a lot of different solutions. I wanted to keep some semblance of Hyundai design language, and my thinking here was sort of replicating these taillights. These aren't my favorite, but as a complete set, I think they at the very least match the car. My favorite design I've done so far are these. It's kind of hard to see, but everything came together as far as trimming and details. I especially like how the top piece is sort of ribbed, and just how the rest of everything flows together and like the segments and stuff. And the final thing I want to add is just include small details like cameras, parking sensors. If you're making a supercar, add an engine bay, small things like that can really up the quality. Lots of things I see that can be improved is just add gaps in panels, if you added fictions on top of it, and backup cameras and stuff like that. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Hopefully I make another video sometime this decade.